explain Entrepreneur First?
So Entrepreneur First is a bit like a startup incubator. I guess they're called like sort of talent investors. So rather than investing in teams, they'll invest in individuals. Yeah. And by investment, they kind of give you a bit of personal runway to last you 10, 12 weeks. And you do kind of a program with them where they kind of coach you into forming a team and building an idea and pitching it. And I ended up joining a program called Antler, which is very similar. Talent investor, and I sort of describe it as Love Island meets The Apprentice meets Dragon's Den. You get 70 singletons, they're all wanting to start their own business. You're talking, you're interacting with each other, you're working out whether you're a good fit as a team. And then you have some group challenges as well. And this kind of helps Antler work out whether you're the right kind of person to invest in. But they don't really sort of tell you what they're thinking at this stage. It's all kind of a bit hush-hush. And then you form a team whenever you're ready. You will start working as a team and you pitch every Friday and you get feedback on your ideas. And that's kind of the Dragon's Den bit where you've got this business idea. You're effectively asking for investment every Friday and they sort of say, well, you should think about this, that, or the other. And then on the final Friday of the program, or the final week of the program, you're doing it for real and you're pitching to investors, and
that almost sounds like a sort of X Factor, Pop Idol, manufacture the band process, right?
It'd be an amazing TV show.
The next version of The Apprentice.
But I'm going to say the caliber of people there was really impressive.
And these are all people that they wanted, their next job was to do that. It was like I suppose it's an interview process as well. You're not interviewing for a company, you're interviewing for an idea of a company.
Exactly. And so you go through an interview process to get on the program, and it's like 3,000 applicants for 50 places, 60 places, something like that. So it's incredibly selective, and they don't care what your idea is at that stage. It's more, do you have the right mentality, attribute,
indicators?
Yeah. And do you have an unfair advantage? I think they call it this, like, do you have a spike that sets you apart from the average person in some way? And mine was my sort of knowledge of the mortgage sector. We spent a lot of time talking about mortgages in my interview, even though we weren't supposed to, but that was my spike. And so they get all these people together who they think fit the mold, and then it's up to you to work out who actually you have the chemistry with, who do you share the same values with, same goals, aspirations. And that's really interesting because you very, very quickly whittle down 70 people to about 10. It's like, I could never work with you, and you. There's a whole bunch of people that we're just not compatible with because we are too similar.
And they let all 70 do this. They let all 70 of you create your own sub-networks inside the 70 to see what your teams are going to be. So you do like a level of speed dating over a period of time with 70 of them.
Yeah, so these group challenges would be in sort of groups of 6, and they'd arrange them. You'd go and do your task. You'd pitch back to the room and you'd get feedback, and you kind of understand how people work, and you would swap groups. You know, you do one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Maybe you'd have a masterclass one day, you'd then do another one. And that was sort of the first.
So what was the outcome? They'd end up with 8, 9, 10 companies, about the 60 or the 70.
Yeah. So I think 25 teams were formed in our cohort, which is quite a lot. All 25 pitch. And in our cohort, I think 7 got investment from Antler and went on to the next stage. And then you're sort of on a 6-month program again, where it's kind of structured to support you.
So you got 25 went through the 12 weeks bootstrapping.
Yeah, so all 70 founders stay for the 12 weeks. Yeah. If you're not in a team,
solopreneur.
Some people actually got through on their own. One person got through on their own, I think, but it's very uncommon. And I think she's been quite successful. And so those individuals who didn't get into a team or didn't have a business to pitch drop off. And then there are 25 teams that actually pitch. So, you know, it varies from cohort to cohort. And 7 got the money at the end of the program. And Antler's terms are on their website and what kind of they offer. So if anyone wants to look it up, you can go look it up. But it's not a huge amount, but it's enough to keep you going for a while and try and find that product market fit and then raise your next round of funding. And Antler's great at putting you in touch with their network.
To keep up with the latest Brooklyn vendor assurance news, subscribe here and follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter. Links in the description below.